Welcome to this Skill Builder session on essay writing in exams. In the lead up to an exam, you should have revised topics likely to come up based on studying past exam papers, topics emphasised by lecturers or related to key module learning outcomes. You should have also practiced answering questions in timed exam conditions using past papers. This will not only fine-tune your essay planning and writing skills, but you will also become familiar with the format of the exam papers and learn where gaps in your knowledge lie requiring further revision. Writing under time conditions is a skill. Practicing it prior to your exams will pay dividends. As you begin the exam, your first tasks will be to carefully check the instructions, the rubric. Choose your questions if not required to answer them all, and make a time plan, being sure to go for the easiest and highest scoring questions first. This offers a simple illustration of the principle of allocating time according to the points value of individual sections or essays. Make sure you stay on schedule to answer every question required. To do this, jot down the approximate start times for each essay, allowing time for planning, checking and tidying your work. Within the time you have allocated for each essay, you'll need to allow time for the essential stages. For a 1-hour essay, for example, you should allow 5 to 10 minutes at the outset to plan what you will write. This will allow you to spend the next 45 minutes or so writing with a clear idea of the main points you want to cover and the best order in which to present them. Allow 5 minutes at the end for tidying and checking your essay before moving to the next. It is important to follow your essay and time plans to help you stay focused and on track. Finally, keep the question in front of you to ensure you answer all its parts. So, how to produce an essay plan quickly and efficiently. Even though you will have chosen your questions carefully, the first step is to spend a minute or two clarifying exactly what the question is asking you to do. Look for the instructional verb, e.g. identify, and other phrases that clarify or limit the subject, aspect or scope of the question. If the question has more than one part, note what each part is asking you to do. Next, spend a couple of minutes jotting down everything associated with the topic: ideas, aspects, key points, data, authors, examples, case studies. You can then group these individual thoughts together under key themes or points and arrange them in order to form a quick essay plan. Finally, before you write, refer back to the question to check that your plan addresses all parts of it. This slide demonstrates that planning process. Under essay conditions, your process may be a little more rudimentary than this, but it illustrates the process of brainstorming, grouping and ordering necessary to create a good essay plan. Given the process needs to be done quickly, say in 5 to 10 minutes at the start of a 1-hour essay, why not practice creating timed essay plans using questions taken from past exam papers on topics that you feel familiar with? It's a skill well worth practicing before you sit your exams. Your essay plan will have given you a clear idea of the key points you need to cover in your essay. These will form the main body of your essay. Given the time constraints of an exam essay, only a very brief introduction will be required to set the scene, interpret the question and succinctly summarize the key components that are to follow. The main body needs to convey a clear, well-structured argument, arranged as a logical sequence of points, supported by evidence from your reading, and whilst in an exam setting you won't be expected to produce a reference list, if you can cite some names or dates of relevant sources in the body of your essay, that would be a plus. Overall, depending on the length of the essay and the number of points you want to address, you may have a series of 4, 5 or 6 paragraphs. The essay should end with a conclusion that summarizes your key argument or points made and offers an overall evaluation or judgment relating back to the question. To work your way through the essay efficiently, consider a basic paragraph structure containing the key elements expected of an essay, namely, a key point about a particular aspect of the topic, sentences that explain or elaborate on that point, further sentences offering and considering the evidence that supports that point, and perhaps, if a long paragraph, a concluding "therefore" sentence showing how the evidence presented has affirmed your opening point. However, the first sentence of the paragraph, the topic sentence, is often the most important. As you move to a new paragraph, your topic sentence will allow you to do three things. Firstly, make it flow from the previous paragraph. A simple additionally or in contrast may suffice. Secondly, introduce the new aspect of the topic explored in that paragraph. Here, in an essay about factors for a healthy life, it is nutrition. However, if you thirdly introduce this new topic as a point you are making about it, for example, additionally, good nutrition is vital to sustaining children's long-term well-being, you are implying that you have analysed and evaluated the evidence surrounding this aspect of the topic enough to have arrived at a clear conclusion or judgment about it. Seeing your main points clearly expressed at the top of each paragraph will also help the reader see that you have covered the main aspects of the question. If you have planned your essay, you shouldn't get stuck. But if you do, check your essay plan. Reread the title and your answer so far. Look up, relax for a few seconds. Move on. Do not leave the exam hall or your online exam early. Keep working calmly to the end to gather the maximum of points available. As you approach the last few minutes, you'll need to finish off incomplete questions, writing bullet points to show the topics you would have covered if you'd had time to complete the essay in full, plus a conclusion to demonstrate your overall understanding of the essay question. Points can still be gained from doing this. Tidy up your script, deleting anything you do not wish to be read. Finally, check that your corrections and additions are very clear and ensure that you have numbered and/or labelled your answers properly. Finally, here is a summary of some of the most useful exam essay tips. Double check and follow all instructions carefully. Look at the weighting of the questions and answer the strong questions first, namely those with the easiest and or most points. Always work to a quick essay plan and an approximate time schedule so you complete all the questions you need to answer. Get your main points across first, just in case you don't quite get to finish. Write legibly, and if in doubt about your handwriting, practice beforehand. Avoid waffle. For example, what I mean to say is, you need to write succinctly and economically in the time allocated to convey as much knowledge as possible. Finally, remember the same principles of academic language used in coursework still apply. Use of the third person, it is clear that, rather than I think that. Formality, so using does not rather than doesn't. Objectivity, not emotion. Precision, not vagueness. Appropriate technical terms, not slang or jargon. But above all, remember to plan before you write. For guidance on the broader range of revision and exam skills, please go to the Skills for Academic Success website at www.kent.ac.uk/SAS, where you can book a one-to-one appointment with one of the SAS team or view more of our Skill Builder sessions, which include structuring your essay main body and writing paragraphs.